1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Benjamin Franklin went out every single night to get struck by lightning to harness electricity. And no one figured out who is Kiddish Club until now.
So if you're curious about that audio, it's a video that we received anonymously, alleging that they know who the two of us are.
Well, it's more than that. This was a video that showed a wall, and I don't know, there must be a word to describe these walls, but you know the walls where you see pictures and words and there's string going from push pins that are on the wall.
Like something you'd see at the FBI.
Yes. And it says that they're from the Kiddish Club Investigation Committee and that they've been investigating for 2 years to figure out who we are. And so we were very, very amused.
I was a little creeped out, but mostly entertained.
Very, very entertaining. We are not going to share this video in the WhatsApp. Maybe we'll share a drop of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Certain, parts of it that don't identify who we are.
Right. But at the end of the day, so they had said, whoever sent it to us, we didn't know if they existed. They said, well, now that we sent you this, we expect you to talk about this on the cast. Something along those lines.
We're expecting a shout out.
Right.
We'll be listening.
So then we said, you know what, we could do better. Let's see who this is. Are we being, pranked? Is this real? And so we extended something we have never really done. It's usually only a raffle, but we actually invited them to come to the studio to meet us in person to see if they got it right. And sitting with us here today, we once again have a live studio audience. With us here today is Binyamin Newman and Shua Khan. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing?
So we do exist, and you guys do exist. So that was, that's fun. Are you happy with the result? And first of all, I do want to mention, I don't appreciate anyone who meets me in real life. The first thing they do is look at me and then look at my stomach.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, but you speak about it so often. So what do you want from people?
I don't know. It's impolite, guys. It is impolite.
It's not as bad as he makes it. It's really not as bad.
Kind of overrated.
Thank you.
Not sure if he wanted us to say that, but 100%.
No, that was not solicited. I appreciate that. Look, I will say this. In your video, you did mention, you said, oh, well, this picture, so these guys check the web for pictures and stuff. And I will say that they're definitely among their pictures was a picture of me. They discounted it because they said, oh, no, he's not fat enough. And that hurt. Because it was actually a real picture. It was not AI. They thought it was AI, but I did gain some weight, as happens in the world.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this is a lifelong battle. But we're excited to have you, and you're welcome to stay for the entire show. And we got some merch for you. And we do want to say the following, guys. We are anonymous for a reason. The day we get outed is the day where we may have to walk away from the podcast for various reasons.
That would be the end of Kiddish Club.
Yeah.
As you know it.
Potentially. So these two gentlemen are now in the circle of trust. They are sworn to secrecy. Don't try to contact them. Don't try to ask for the video. It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
And we don't want anyone else. We're not going to invite anybody else to the studio. We're just telling you that from now. If anybody else sends us an anonymous email, you will not be invited here. These two gentlemen, they took the spots.
They are the exception, not the rule.
They wowed us. Well, if you could wow us with something else, then hey, maybe. Yeah. But they wowed us. This was, I do have to say, the production quality was really top tier. The amount of research, you're doing it for 2 years?
Accumulatively, like just here and there, little bits.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And we're flattered and we appreciate it. And we're thrilled to know that we have listeners who care that much, to be honest.
Yes. And it's interesting because I'm happy they're from Muncie, because did you see that over Shavuos, our illustrious president visited Muncie?
Yes, 100%.
Were you there?
I was there.
You were there?
Really?
Yes.
So just for anybody who doesn't know, Friday, which was obviously second day Shavuos, actually first day Shavuos, sorry. Friday, President Trump went to Rockland Community College, and I guess he did a rally there?
Yes. So it was hard to get in because I don't know exactly how it works with tickets on Yom Tif and whatever.
Sure.
But we had a lot of fun by the anti-protesting against Trump and all that stuff. We had some fun.
That's some great action for Shavuos Day, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. But you have issues, tchum issues, and all that stuff.
It's 2 minutes away from my yeshiva.
Oh, wow. Oh, so
But
easy.
I think there was more of an issue with like carrying ID or something. So
Right,
on Yom Tov, so-
right. As long as you don't carry. Somebody wrote in about it also, and they said that the Rav said that as long as you don't carry any metal, like when you go through a metal detector, and as long as you don't willfully speak on camera, you should be good to go.
But why is willfully speaking? Why is that a problem?
Well, you're asking, you're willfully being recorded on Yontif. That's not. I don't think that's appropriate.
Not appropriate, but halachically, is it? I don't know. Is that?
You're asking them to record you. You're
if
being
you
on
ask
a
them, but
video
let's say,
broadcast.
No, let's say the video's just going.
No,
and
then
they,
you're
they
fine.
stick a mic in your face and say, "Hey, by the way, what do you think of President Trump?" Do I respond or do I just say,
You say
and walk
new,
away?
new, new. That's what you say. So no sighting of the actual president.
No, we got to see him taking off and landing, which was pretty cool.
Did he
Yeah.
come in the Osprey?
Yes, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because there's decoys.
Yeah.
There's decoys.
No, but also, didn't he travel in Marine One? Did you see that? The
anything
chopper?
he's on is called Marine One. Whatever plane,
Well, unless it's Air Force One.
if he's on any
It's all one.
plane he's on,
He's number one.
if he goes on to an Airbus A380, that becomes Air Force One.
Yes.
If he goes on to an Osprey, it becomes Marine One. If he goes on to a regular chopper,
We see that's
a Black Hawk.
That's an
Marine
interesting.
One.
It's an interesting thing because is the Osprey a plane or a chopper?
It's a little bit of both.
That's what I'm saying. Why should it be Marine One? L'chaira, it should be Air Force One.
No, because it's primarily vertical landing and takeoff. I mean, for those who don't know what we're talking about, the Osprey it looks like a helicopter until it gets high into the air. Then the two propellers that are above pivot and point forwards, and it can fly like a plane,
Right.
which is amazing.
Right. So the real question is it more of a helicopter or is it more of a plane? And you tell me that the White House
mostly a
is saying
helicopter,
that
yeah.
it is mostly a helicopter.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, so this is great. We could talk about this all day. Maybe we'll talk more about it in the bonus. But we do have to get to the rest of the show because the rest of our listeners are screaming about why they have to hear about Binyamin and then Yirmiyah. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get to it. And we're going to lead off. I mean, you know what that sound is once again. You know what that music is.
That's my sports sound.
That is your sports sound. So, I mean, am I the only one who's really excited? I mean, guys, you excited?
Knicks?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys know, you're longtime listeners, we know nothing about sports as we're very, very open about it. But there is something to be said about the fact that the Knicks are now going to the championship after sweeping, what was it, 3 times?
Yeah.
They're 11-0 and they're past 11.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They completely obliterated the Cavs, I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they are heading straight to the championship. They just have to wait to see who wins the other playoff.
Right. And that is going to be either the Thunder or the Spurs, wherever they're from. The
Oklahoma City and
Thank you.
San Antonio.
Thank you.
See? It's very good
This is
having
why
these
they're
guys
here.
here.
This is why they're here.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, do the Knicks have a shot here?
I think easier against the Spurs, especially coming off the 11-game winning streak.
Okay.
Thunder, I think, would be a bit harder of a matchup.
But even Thunder, you're saying they do have a good shot.
I don't know about good shot.
Oh.
I'm hoping.
Wow. Well, we've gone on record saying that if they win, there's going to be a parade here in New York City, which we will be attending, and we would like to extend the invitation. If you guys are in the city, you can come join us. We're going to be marching in that parade. Not going to be marching.
Maybe we will.
No, there's police everywhere. They don't.
Oh,
let
you're
you.
saying
They
we're
don't
going to
get
be
anywhere near-
viewing
and
throwing toilet paper. Yeah.
Correct.
They actually canceled the parade for this past game. Sorry, the watch party. Police canceled it.
Yes, that is actually on our board. So, the watch parties have gotten out of hand. So the watch parties, I had a coworker who went to it. He said it's phenomenal.
What is a watch party?
So, go ahead, tell him.
People hanging off street signs and going wild.
No, well, okay.
The inside one or the outside? I'm saying there's
right,
one outside.
Right.
My
So
bad.
really, the real watch party is you go to MSG, Madison Square Garden. You pay $10.
Okay.
They fill up the entire MSG with fans. They take the Jumbotron and they play the game there. And you're watching it on the screen, but there's, there's food. It's like a regular game.
It's like a game, but you're just really watching because they're not playing in your city.
Right.
Interesting.
But you're with other fans, which I'm sure is fun. And you're buying your hot dogs and your, I don't know what else you buy, popcorn, nuts. I don't know.
That's, by the way,
Buy me some peanuts
what
and Cracker
a
Jacks.
moneymaker for MSG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a screen,
yeah.
and you're treating it like a game, and you don't have to pay anything else.
Yes. Now, that's the inside. Now, of course, there's a limited amount of space, but there's also the outside. And so outside, things have gotten rowdier and rowdier to the point that this is why we can't have nice things, is that they canceled, and it seems they're going to be canceling it and not allowing this to continue because people started to, I'm not going to say riot, but it was kind of like a riot, right?
Getting close.
Yeah, getting close. So New York people, guys, we want to have good things, right?
Yeah, but what's the rioting about? Like, shouldn't they be happy?
They are happy, but you know what happens when people are excited and adrenaline's flowing and, people start jumping onto the, traffic lights. And
by the way, this is what I mentioned. When your team is in the playoff, your city is at risk. Your city is always going to be at risk. People get too happy. And by the way, if they lose, who knows? Who knows what could happen?
Yeah. I mean, there's been I off the top of my mind, but I do remember teams losing where there were massive riots, like real damaging riots. But even if they win, it could be
Right,
right.
exactly.
Boston comes to mind. Did something happen in Boston? Did they win something major?
Could be. I'm not 100% sure. I know more often by soccer it takes place.
Yes, and in other countries.
Yes.
Oh, other countries it's crazy. Other countries it's death. Here you're going to get beat up. Other countries you're going to get shot.
Good luck.
With an AK-47.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a different level.
Sports fans are fanatics.
Yeah. They're not normal, basically. That's what we're saying.
Well, so basically, we
are the only two
Exactly.
normal people in this room right now. Sorry, guys.
Hey, well, to be fair, I don't know any. I know less sports than you guys do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have no idea sports.
Oh, that's why you've been so quiet.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Ah, okay. Well, you could still enjoy this video that we're about to play. This is a video that came. This was in a stadium. Of course, we're going to share this video on WhatsApp. There was a cat dangling from the rafters, and people saw, and they didn't know what to do. And now the whole stadium is watching this cat. It's dangling for its life. So they quickly took a flag, opened it up, and they caught the cat.
Wow.
And then the whole stadium starts to cheer. The whole stadium starts to cheer that they saved this cat's life. But then they don't show us what happens after, because I'm thinking that cat was not, you know what I mean? Cats, we've talked about this. Cats have that bacteria. They're quite dangerous.
Well, I'm thinking along a different line, is that I don't think that they needed to catch the cat. Cats are notorious for being able to land on their feet, especially from high distances.
Yes, that's where they get that whole 9 lives thing.
Right, because for some reason they're able to like twirl in the air and land on their feet. This, I guess you can call him a scaredy cat because he was just worried. He was hanging on for dear life.
We're gonna make believe you didn't say that.
Yeah, I know.
we just went by.
But the reality is, you also think about a cat getting stuck in a tree, right?
Right.
That's also like a stereotype. So I don't know what the right thing is.
But you reminded me actually of a story many years ago. I was in Israel and I was at a restaurant. I forgot, in Jerusalem. There's like a restaurant. It's on like the second floor, third floor. And I was there with some relatives. There was a lot of people, let's say 30 people.
Okay.
And there was a young boy. I think he was probably 4 or 5 years old. He managed to slip away from his parents. He fell out of the window. He crawled out of the window.
What?
Yeah, he fell from the window, probably like a 30-foot drop or so, onto stone, right? Because Jerusalem.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. So everybody went crazy. Everybody went running out. They found the kid. He stood up. He didn't have a scratch on him.
How's that possible?
And the parents said, "What happened?" And he said, "The cat told me how to land."
What?
That's what he said.
How does that make any sense?
That's all the information we have.
Today.
Till today.
I mean, I assume he's somewhat of an older person now.
Yes.
Does he weigh in on what he meant?
I've never followed up, but I probably should.
Yeah.
But that was pretty crazy. I mean, my impression is Hashem, basically. That's all I got.
Saved him.
And the cat, maybe he saw a cat. Maybe he saw an image of a cat landing and he knew how to absorb the impact. I have no idea.
Is there video footage
But I was
of
there.
the fall?
No.
Because that would be great to see if he landed on all fours.
So nobody saw because he got away until they realized he had gone out the window. But I was literally there with them. So it was a crazy,
Yeah, I can
crazy
imagine the
situation.
scene. Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Bottom line, cats do have some sort of 9 lives. I don't get it. We don't get it. There must be a scientific explanation for it, but they know how to land.
I think scientists have actually looked at it, and there's a reason they twirl in the air and they just land on their feet.
They land and they're
crazy.
fine.
Yeah.
And you know what else always lands on their feet?
What?
Squirrels.
That's a strike. That is a strike. There is no
Strike one.
There's no squirrel talk. By the way, that's strike 2.
Why strike
Because he
2?
called you fat.
Oh, that's right. Strike 2.
Yeah.
You are out. No, it's strike 3. Okay. Baseball. Okay, fine. Getting closer.
Well, the difference is you can do something about your situation.
So can you.
What can I do about squirrels?
I don't know. Call an exterminator. Put some traps.
Clearly, I've done
You've
it.
tried it.
I've done it. I don't tolerate squirrels well.
Right.
And there's nothing that can be done.
You have
On the
squirrel
other
PTSD.
hand, yes, you on the other hand, your own fate is in your hands.
Oh, here we go again. Is this another GLP-1 conversation?
It sure is. I have been trying to convince you to do something. Like, why should you be miserable?
Well, we did say, right? Maybe it was on a bonus where I did say that I might take one for the team and do it for the cast.
I think you should do it.
Is it my time?
Now,
Is it? Guys, should I be doing this?
Send it.
Wow.
Why not?
Oh, okay. That was strike 3. That was a test, which you both failed miserably.
bottom line, I think
1 second. You should have both said absolutely not. You don't need it. Let's try this again. Should I do it?
Definitely.
100%.
You know something?
That's how bad it is. You understand? So listen to me. You don't have to suffer if you can get the help that you like. You're trying for a long time,
Yes.
right? As our listeners know, you're trying for a really long time just to lose the weight.
Yeah.
So at this point, why not give it a try?
Well, so one of the main reasons I never gave it a try is because of the difficulty. You have to go to the doctor. The doctor, you have to be eligible and how much it costs. And it's very expensive, blah, 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 blah. Happens to be, we did encounter this company called slimrxcenter.com. And so a bunch of the reasons that I would normally not want to do it, looks like they kind of figured it out. And I kind of lose my, my tinnitus, lose the reasons. Like, so for example, I can do it straight with them. Like, I don't have to go deal with my doctor.
Exactly.
So that's cut number 1.
They have medical practitioners on site, which you can either visit or do online.
Right. Problem number 2 is pricing. So I saw that they have plans that are starting as low as $199 a month. I can handle that.
Yes.
I was thinking $1,000. People talk about $1,000. The cheapest I ever heard was like, I don't know, $500-$600. So plans starting at $200, I like that a little better. They have access to all the different Ozempics, Mounjaros, all of those different ones. I don't know the difference between them. But
You want to know the difference between them?
Do you know?
Ozempic just handles appetite suppression. But when you're looking at Mounjaro, it's tirzepatide, and it handles appetite suppression, but it also works on something called GIP, which helps metabolize fat. So you're going to lose even more weight with Mounjaro.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you, there's other things that caught my eye. First of all, ongoing support throughout my weight loss journey. Yes, I will need that. A team that understands the frum community and its unique lifestyle challenges around food and yontiv. Oh, absolutely need that. No, here's the best one. Sensitive, judgment-free support from people who understand the culture and community. Yes.
It's a good thing I don't work there.
Yeah. You will never get a job. Neither will these two guys here. You will not be employed by Slim RX Center.
So basically, you could have more energy, more confidence, and healthier habits, which are 3 things you definitely need.
Everyone here in the studio is laughing.
Yeah.
It's hurtful.
Yeah, but
there's
it's
no other way around
Listen to
this.
me, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to want to be a certain size anymore. You can just do this right here, right now.
Big is better. Okay. That's what I've been told. My parents always said that.
Yeah, they fooled you. So bottom line is Slim RX Center. Visit them at slimrxcenter.com, or you can call them at
845-414-6499. And Chevra, weigh in here. Do you think I should do this? Should I go on? Should I finally take the leap and do it? And I'll share my journey with the cast. It's up. I'm leaving it up to the listeners.
Okay.
If you guys push me into it, you have me on record now saying,
wow, commitment. We have a commitment.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And before we continue, quick shout out.
Happy birthday to a great husband, Dr. Father Zadie and Super Zadie. We know when you're not working, you spend your time learning, but one thing you do enjoy listening to is Kiddish Club Podcast, so it was a safe bet making you a VIP member.
The greatest gift you could get somebody.
Absolutely, from Miriam Schreiber.
Happy birthday.
And also shout out to
Whoa,
Akiva.
Whoa.
Pass something.
Who told you that you could just throw shout outs? Just because you're sitting here?
Yeah, part of the VIP access situation.
Oh, I just made the rules.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
We'll let it slide. Go ahead.
Shout out to Akiva Nadoff.
And can I just give a quick shout out? I have to give a shout out to my amazing Chavrusa. He knows who he is. Thank
That's
you
it?
so much.
Yeah. No name dropping?
No, I can't give his name out.
First name.
Yaakov.
There we go. All right.
Shout
Yaakov.
out to Yaakov.
Okay. So we got to talk about Iran. Usually, we don't necessarily go straight into it, but there's too many amazing things. So the biggest story, I guess, for Jews is the fact that Trump was on a call. And on the call was Qatar, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. And in the middle of the call, he's talking about the goals in Iran, etc. And Trump says that basically he makes it almost non-negotiable that it will be mandatory for the Muslim nations to be involved after the Iran deal with the Abraham Accords.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
That's strong.
And according to the article from Axios, who broke this story, they said that when he said that, there was just silence on the phone to the point that Trump said, like,
Are you still there? Is anybody still there?
That's literally what
That
happened.
has to be the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so much to unpack. First of all, how amazing is Donald Trump?
Yeah.
For Jews and for Israel.
Yes, he's amazing. And I think the Abraham Accords also bring a sense of stability to the entire region, right?
Yeah,
because
but-
if you don't have this enemy of Israel, like, then what is there to fight about? You know, you have all these nations that really are the same, like they're Muslim nations. I feel like they can get along with each other, right?
Right.
Now, Israel's the only outsider. And now if you make these Abraham Accords, it makes sense that you'll have more stability in the region.
Except that they are, like many of them, sworn enemies of Israel.
Right.
And what I wonder is, so do you think that going into the call, do you think they had any idea, or did Trump catch them completely by surprise?
I think he definitely caught them by surprise. I think they muted the call at that point.
He said it and they hit the mute button.
Exactly. And then they just basically said, Muhammad, I told you that he is going to bring this up. You owe me 2 goats. 2 goats you owe me. We had a bet. Is anybody there? Yes, sir. We are here, Mr. President. We are here. We just... Mr. President, we like the Jewish,
Sure.
but we are not sure about the culture. You know what I'm saying? We just had the Shabbat 250. It was great. The gefilte was tricolored. It was unbelievable.
Tricolored, yeah, it was.
About that, by the way, the gefilte, we don't see eye to eye with that. What is it? A sponge or something with fish? Mr. President.
Leo Terrell seemed to like it.
Yeah, he sure did.
And I didn't even realize it at the time. He is the head of the National Anti-Semitism Task Force.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean presidentially appointed?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just said he's a Fox
So
News
it's
personality.
basically his
He's
job to love gefilte.
Yes.
Basically.
So yeah, there is something to be said that he couldn't say bad about gefilte at that point.
So we're not sure how the administration really feels.
Yes, correct. In fact, there has been responses to what Trump said. The Pakistani defense minister, he rejects joining any agreement involving Israel, saying it clashes with Pakistan's, quote, fundamental ideologies.
In what way, though?
I don't know.
Like, what? Like the people of Israel just want to exist.
That's where
That's the problem.
Exactly what the problem is. They don't want you to exist.
I get it.
So yeah, kind of, there was another article that said that Saudi Arabia is leading a new Arab Islamic bloc that includes Pakistan, Turkey, and Qatar. Now,
those are not my favorites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So Saudi Arabia is like flexing a little bit. And they're basically kind of saying, like, we're not going to let Trump dictate what we do. But at the same time, Trump is saying, if you don't, I'm only going to fix this if you guys are on board. But then again, it seems that Trump wants to fix it regardless because, we're going to get our next point, which is $24 billion of frozen assets.
Wait a second. But Saudi Arabia themselves seem to have this hot-cold relationship with Israel, with the United States even. But, Trump's relationship with MBS is really solid, I think.
And Kushner, Jared Kushner.
Right. He's
Billions
doing
of dollars, yeah.
a lot of business
A lot
there.
of business. So yeah, it's hard to know.
I think they have to partially please their population, Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? And if you're kowtowing to America and especially to Israel, in their own country, it doesn't seem like they would be pro that too much.
So in response to the whole thing, Iran released a statement on behalf of the supreme leader, who we don't know if he exists.
Yeah, no, we know he exists.
No, we don't know if he's alive. We do not know. There's been no
we
evidence.
have not seen him.
Nobody's seen him. Anyway, he released a statement saying that Israel will not live to see another 15 years.
Really? Why? Just why 15?
The countdown has restarted.
Right.
Because, their old countdown, we talked about how they have that square where they have the big countdown, remember?
Yeah.
And I think that was bombed. It was.
The clock was bombed.
The clock was bombed. So it is a reset.
Restarting.
So now it's 15 years. And he said, and we're still, our official motto of the country is death to America, death to Israel. That is not changing.
They're on brand. You're saying nothing is changing.
Nothing's changing.
They're resetting the clock. And I think they gave 15 years because they want to make sure that Trump is so far out of office when it has to go down that he can't even, he's going to be in old age home.
Yeah, they don't like Trump, certainly because of how he's been helping Israel. There was a story that came out of Bangladesh. We'll get back to Iran in a second. I don't know if you saw this one. Bangladesh went viral. Bangladesh went viral, right? So it's not something you hear every day.
No, but if they can do it, how hard could it be?
They have a bull, the Donald Trump albino bull. You're looking at pictures of this bull, and we're going to share the pictures on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I get it.
Right? So this is a bull who has these really Trump's hair, exactly.
Yeah.
It's literally exactly. And they are planning to, or they may have done it by the time this airs, they're going to shecht, they are going to slaughter this bull in honor of Eid al-Adha.
Really?
Which is this Wednesday.
What does it signify?
Which is why alternate side for those in New York is suspended Wednesday and Thursday for the Eid.
But what does it mean?
So Eid in Arabic is like Mayed.
Holiday.
Mayed.
Right.
It's the same word.
Yeah.
It's the ayin and the daled.
Okay.
So Eid al-Adha is the commemoration of the amazing sacrifice
Of?
that Abraham did for his son Yishmael when he went to sacrifice Yishmael.
So they just rewrite history.
They just rewrite it.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Did you guys know that? Yeah, you look confused.
They switched it around just to make it sound like it was Yishmael, not Yitzhak.
Right. So they claim.
They admit that there was an Akedah.
Yes,
That
they-
there was a
yes.
sacrificial process.
Yes. But they claim that the Jews changed the Torah. They changed what the Bible says. When it says that he went to sacrifice his son Isaac, it was really Yishmael, but the evil Jews changed it and put Isaac. Now, there's a problem with that. The problem is that the Bible was already translated into Greek. As we know, the Septuagint, it was already translated into Greek and many other languages 500 years before the Quran said that there was an Akedah of Yishmael. So that means that what the nefarious Jews had to do would be
Time travel.
Yeah.
Time travel.
Or Muhammad appears. He says, no. This whole thing is false. It was Akedah Yishmael. And the Jews had to go find every copy of every Bible everywhere on the earth, including the Dead Sea Scrolls, so that it reads Isaac and not Yishmael, because the original thing was Yishmael. But the nefarious Jews, they changed it.
That sounds like a Candace Owens type of thing, like her conspiracy, the time-traveling Jews.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
By the way, you just reminded me. I saw a phenomenal video. I know this went viral. It's making the rounds. Shabbos Kastenbaum video. Did you guys see it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm going to play it for you. But before we play it, could we just talk for a second? Shabbos Kastenbaum. Shabbos.
Yeah. I mean, let me tell you something. You know how you say you forget names?
You can't forget
You
that.
cannot forget this man's name.
Do you know of another Shabbos?
I don't.
Right. How did this happen?
You know who? The only other person I know who has the name Shabbos in their name is Naftali Shabbos, who we've had on this cast.
Yes, that is correct. But
Yes.
Shabbos as a first name?
Yeah, no.
Like, was he born on Shabbos and then parents were like, you know what? We're going to just do Shabbos. We're going to go with Shabbos.
We should have him on.
We really should.
We really should have him on.
Yes,
If anybody
I would love
knows
to have
him,
him on. He's a phenomenal speaker. He's brilliant.
send him this clip.
He's unbelievable. But I really, and why Shabbos? Why not like I don't know. What about Shavuos? Shavuos Kastenbaum.
To be fair, I'm sure there's an interview where he mentions this. There has to be,
right?
There has to be.
Or like Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av Kastenbaum. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
there's
that's his
a lot
son.
of possibility.
Maybe that's his son.
Well, he wouldn't choose Tisha B'Av.
You don't know that.
No, you want something a little happier.
Listen.
Shavuos is a real Pesach. We know Rabbi Pesach Krohn.
Sure.
Right? So that, we have Pesach.
We have Pesach.
But it's interesting that Shabbos really never took. I did ask AI. I said, are there any Jews named Shabbos? It says, well, there's Shabbos Kastenbaum.
Right.
AI tells me.
And you told AI, I know that already.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. It gave me two like other minor names, and then it couldn't find any. And it said that traditionally Jews were reluctant to name Shabbos because it being such a holy day, this makes it somewhat more mundane. And we're going to get back to Iran and the cow and the shechting of the Trump cow. But since we're talking about it, I do want to play the clip because it's unbelievable. So this is related to Thomas Massey, which was huge news.
Yes.
Thomas Massey lost his race.
Unseated.
Yeah. This man is a enemy of Israel. And even though, his biggest backer is a pro-Israel guy. Okay, I don't get it. But he did lose the race. AIPAC did pour a ton of money into it. But he lost Trump's endorsement. And at the end of the day, everybody likes to say, oh, well, it was Israel, the AIPAC did it. But in reality, and Shabbos is going to mention this to a degree, but in the end, yes, AIPAC did put around 15 million or 19 million into the race, but Massey, had his own 15 million to counter it. At the end of the day, the kingmaker was Trump. And the proof is that in every single race, every Trump endorsed person won.
It's crazy. It is crazy the power he wields in the Republican Party.
He's the kingmaker. But that didn't stop Massey. When he lost, when he got up to make his concession speech, he said, oh, I'm sorry I'm late, but I was calling my opponent. It was hard to find him because he was running all over Tel Aviv.
Right.
Very ugly way. But anyway, this clip is just so amazing. Here is Shabbos Kastenbaum. He's on a panel which includes the uber anti-Semite Anna Kasparian, who is an absolute terrible, terrible person and huge anti-Semite. But he really makes mincemeat out of her. Listen to the clip.
It's interesting that you talk about Zionist billionaires because actually Jeff Yass funded Thomas Massey's campaign as well. I find it interesting that you don't talk about NIAC, the National Iranian American Council. I find it interesting you don't talk about the Council on American Islamic Relations. I find it interesting you don't talk about the Jordanian Muslims, the Marouk family, who also funded him. You don't talk about the Iranian Joe Kini, who I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I find it interesting that you're talking about how AIPAC has this ability to simply fund elections with any money they want, yet Maureen Galindo, who said that American Zionists need to be put in internment camps, actually won her election yesterday. Chris Rabb, who said that the Bondi Beach massacre, which killed 10 Jews by an Islamist, including a 9-year-old girl, Matilda, he said it was a false flag. He won his election yesterday. So if AIPAC is, buying any election they want, how come they didn't buy those elections? Why did they allow those candidates to win? So again, if you want to focus on money, then sure, Thomas Massey also raised $15 million from Islamist groups, from far-left Democrats. He went on your show repeatedly. But look, Kamala Harris raised $1 billion.
He did not go on our show repeatedly. You made that up.
Excuse me. He went on your show the day before the election, all right?
You can't just lie.
He came Thomas Massey go on your show the day before the election?
Technical issues and had to drop off.
I am making the point that even if you have money in politics, which I want to get rid of, that still doesn't translate into forcing Kentuckians to not support a candidate. Kamala Harris had $1 billion and she still lost. What, you're telling me that 60,000 Kentuckians who wanted strong borders, who wanted DHS funded, who didn't believe that Donald Trump was a pedophile, they were forced into voting against Thomas Massey? No, they didn't like the guy. That's what elections come down to. Thomas Massey raised roughly $14 million. Ed raised roughly $19 million. But the idea that you can fool the people of Kentucky into voting for someone who they don't actually support is ludicrous. So again, if Kamala Harris raised $1 billion, then using your logic, if money is what determines outcomes of elections, then how come she lost? So yes, it's true. When you have an
He was a terrible candidate.
Support in particular. Oh, so I would argue that Thomas Massey, who was campaigning with individuals like Ryan Matta, who was wearing an American Reich sweater, who said that Hitler was awesome, who was saying that he hoped that U.S. service members would be killed in Iran, when Thomas Massey campaigns with a guy like that the week of the election, the average Kentucky voter is saying, that's probably not someone I want to support, especially in a district that Trump carried by more than 40 percentage points. Thomas Massey keeps referring to Trump as part of the Epstein class and keeps implying that he's a pedophile. So if I'm a Kentucky pro-Trump voter, why would I want to support Thomas Massie? It has very little to do with the amount of money being spent on that thing. If you want to get money out of politics, I would agree with you. But unfortunately, the far left and increasingly the far right, they're not interested in serious policy discussions. They're not interested in serious campaign finance reform. They're only interested in acquiescing to the lowest common denominator with spewing these bizarre conspiracy theories that an American lobbying group, which I don't even support, AIPAC, is controlling our government, controlling our lives. Show me the evidence. Show me the proof. These are American citizens. If you want to make policies against American citizens lobbying their government, sure, I'd probably support it. But no one is making those actual arguments. They're just deluding their viewers into these grandiose conspiratorial thinking, and it is damaging to the political discourse. It is damaging to the psyche of the American people, particularly my generation, Gen Z, who believe that the reason the economy sucks, the reason I can't get laid, the reason I can't get a job is because something AIPAC and something BB. And again, cut foreign aid, it doesn't bother me at all. But let's have serious intellectual discussions about our politics and not trying to grift after the dumbest podcast to stand narratives.
I have a question for Chabos, if you don't mind. I'm very curious. Do you believe at all that our media is influenced by the pro-Israel faction within this country?
Well, as evident by the propaganda you spew each and every single day, no. Unfortunately, one of the hallmarks of having a liberty and a democracy is people can say stupid things. So when you talk about how 1% of our federal expenditures, which is foreign aid, is the reason why, the Israel lobby had to take out Thomas Massie, you're referring to Americans. I don't like AIPAC. I don't support AIPAC. I'm not affiliated with AIPAC, but they are Americans. And if you want to make laws that forbid Americans from lobbying their government, then fine. I'm totally in support of that. But the problem I have with you, Anna Kasparian, is you ignore the fact that Thomas Massie took money from the National, you ready for this, American Iranian Council. He took money from Jordanians. He took money from people outside of the United States. But you don't seem to have a problem with that.
Let's focus on the media. So you don't care what you find. Continue your statement.
So then stop. No. So just stop interrupting. You're double my age. Just shut up.
I can't stand your lies.
Wow. He really handed it to her.
We got to get him on the show. Yeah. Although we would not be able to keep up with him.
I mean, major Ben Shapiro vibes.
Yeah, he talks faster than Ben.
I mean, I can't believe it. It was hard for me to keep up.
Yeah, he's a brilliant guy, and he's just, like I said, he makes mincemeat out of Anna Kasparian. And you can't argue. He took money from the National Iranian Council, Thomas Massie. That's crazy. Okay, but back to Bangladesh. So they're going to be slaughtering, or they may have slaughtered, the Donald Trump albino bull.
Let them try. If they touch his hair, the big, beautiful hair, I have the B2s on standby. I've left instructions. I still find that to be the funniest line Donald Trump has ever said.
It's the greatest. Yeah. It's the greatest. Back to Iran. So, there was also a lot of stories coming out about the fact that Trump was kind of sidelining Israel, and more articles came out. There was an article that came out last week or 2 weeks ago that on one call, Bibi was on the call. After the call, they said, quote, his hair was on fire, meaning he was really upset. And more articles are coming out saying that Israel has been completely sidelined in this.
Well, when you talk about a deal with Iran that leaves the regime really intact and gives them billions of dollars, how do you want Bibi not to be upset about that?
And Lebanon, it stops Israel from attacking anymore in Lebanon. And by the way,
that's Hezbollah. That's a proxy of Iran.
Yeah.
That's just leaving things where we started.
Right. And on the heels of this, Israel just hit 100 targets in Lebanon. As this was being discussed, Israel hit another 100 targets in Lebanon. Like, they're not stopping. I mean, Trump did say that they're not going to be allowed unless Hezbollah causes them to hit them. So he did carve that out a little bit.
Which shouldn't be hard to come by, sadly.
Yeah, but who knows? You're leaving it in the hands of Trump. And it's scary. And by the way, $24 billion. Iran wants $24 billion. Right now, the latest information we have is that Iran is saying they're not even going to talk about a deal if the United States doesn't unfreeze immediately $12 billion of the 24 today.
You see, that doesn't really work with Trump.
It doesn't, but who knows? We don't know if it's going to work or it's not going to work. He wants this deal. He wants to end it. And, you are on record talking about Obama giving $1.8 billion. This would be $24 billion. Yeah,
that worries me because it puts Iran, it gets them just very comfortable.
Yeah, way too comfortable. Also, the United States attacked a bunch of sites in Iran, but they said that this is not a violation of the ceasefire.
Of course not. Of course not.
They attacked some missile sites. They attacked some boats. And Iran says that there's going to be a decisive response.
I would love to see.
It's going to be decisive.
Yeah. It is a very decisive. We have decided to let it go.
Yeah, that's basically what they
We
did.
will look past it.
Yeah, they did nothing. So we don't know. The news changes day by day. So by the time this airs, for all we know, there may be more bombing. There may be a deal in place. I find it funny how every day Trump says one thing. We got the deal. Uranium is. We're getting the dust. We got the dust, and then Iran comes out. They're like, nope, we're not giving you the dust. And then we got the Hormuz going to be completely open, no tolls. And then Iran's like, no, we're actually going to toll. So, I don't even know who to believe.
This is the fog of war.
Yeah.
This is it.
And speaking of the fog of war, Town Appliance is still having their Memorial Day savings, and you can save up to 50% on some of the great deals that are going on at Town Appliance.
So whether you're looking for cooking, refrigeration, laundry, dishwashers, outdoor living, which it is the summer, it is time to get that barbecue in place.
Did you have a Memorial Day barbecue?
The rain really hindered everything for us in New York. Yeah. But I'm going to make it up. I'm going to get myself a barbecue from Town Appliance and make that barbecue that I missed.
So you know what I want to get? The hottest thing is those, instead of a barbecue, it's like the blacktop. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like a grill, but like, it's flat. You can make like smash burgers on it.
Yes.
Right? And so I got to get one of those, and I am going to turn to Town Appliance. And if you're the type of person that wants to actually see the appliances before you buy them, get a feel, get a touch feel, see what it looks like in real life, you can do that too.
They have showrooms in Lakewood, New Jersey, Cedarhurst in the Five Towns, and in Baltimore.
So check them out, townappliance.com. Link will be in the show notes. Make sure to tell them that Kiddish Club sent you. Okay, more going back to Trump. There was another big story. You got to love this one. So Trump, he was suing the IRS.
For?
They released somehow his tax returns got released. Remember that whole thing?
Yes, I think vaguely I do remember.
So he had I think it was a $15 billion lawsuit. Mm-hmm. He settled. Among other things, they're going to be creating a $1.8 billion slush fund for people who were adversely affected by what happened on January 6th.
Okay.
So a lot of people unhappy about that. To me, the bigger story was Trump and his sons and his companies forever cannot be prosecuted by tax audits from the IRS.
Really? Now that's a deal.
That is amazing. How good is that?
Every Jew wants that deal.
Yes. I think, so there's conflicting reports. From what I saw, it was only things from before his presidency. Like, in other words, anything that happened before, because those were things that he was affected by the IRS. But like, 5 years down the road, if they do some sort of tax evasion, they can prosecute him for that, I think.
Right.
But it might be nothing.
That would be great if they could just operate with impunity from here and on.
Yeah. That's good stuff. But at the same time, it's not a good look. Not a great look for our president.
But again, I don't know if he requested that. Maybe the IRS offered it. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, listen, we'll give you like audit-free life forever. You know what I mean?
It's done. I'll take that deal any day of the week. Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Also, coming out of the Trump White House, here's a clip for you. This is RFK Jr. talking about autism. Let me play it for you.
There's also there's many other confirmation studies. There's 2 studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. And it's highly likely because they're given Tylenol. So, none of this is dispositive, but all of it is stuff that we should be paying attention to.
Yeah. But, there's a tremendous amount of proof or evidence, I would say, as a non-doctor, but I've studied this a long time ago. I met Bob.
I love that he calls himself, I'm a non-doctor. especially after the meme that he put out. Healing somebody on the battlefield in the white robes.
Yes.
So now he is careful to call himself a non-doctor.
A non-doctor. But what do you think of this? RFK saying children who have a bris are more likely to develop autism.
Well, it's because of the Tylenol.
Right. That's what he's claiming.
That they get, I guess, after the procedure. I mean, I've only ever seen them get wine.
Yeah, me
you know
too.
What I mean?
Right. They give
the kid wine, but we don't know what happens after they bring the baby out.
Right.
We don't know what they load him up with.
We jump ship.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's something that you could pretty easily fact check, right? Like, just look at the Jewish community and just check, is autism, is there a higher rate of autism among the Jewish community?
Right.
Right?
I
And
guess.
Muslims also. Oh no, but they do it at 13. But I think a lot of Muslims,
they?
yeah. But I think a lot of Muslims, even like in this country, do it when the baby's born.
Right. It's just like
I know
for them
Miles-
it's not a ceremony, so they
Right.
just do it probably in the hospital.
No, but I think they do have a ceremony when it's 13, I think. But they do it in the hospital. I have several friends who are Miles, and they, two of them at least, learned in Israel, and they said that they practice on the Arab babies in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, I can't imagine the thought of. I mean, I get it. Look, right. So there are these Arab babies in Israel. They want the circumcision. They're not going to do it at 13. They're in the hospital anyway. So
And the best part is that it's free.
it's free. Exactly.
Yeah. They're like, I'll do it. I'll
But
just
that's crazy. That's crazy. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, he's a newbie. He never did it.
right. But again, free. You know what I'm saying?
is
As
free.
a Jew, you should understand that, these Arab people, that if there's a deal to be had, and you know what? I also feel like the Arab people, as much as they might dislike Jews, they trust Jews that have any type of medical affiliation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they trust the moil that the Jewish moil that's coming in. Muhammad, your baby is ready. V'yikra shemo b'yishmael. What's his name?
Okay, let's jump to some American politics for a second. Did you see this guy, James Fishback, anti-Semite James Fishback?
Running for governor of Florida.
Yes. So he's a far-right candidate. He's a massive anti-Semite. So he posted something. He basically just married someone. He married a woman that he met last week.
Oh.
He met her.
He's
by
more Jewish than
Wednesday.
he thinks.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Like, Hasidim are already like,
Yeah. They're like, he's one of ours.
yeah, exactly.
With a name like Fishback is Zichar Chassidish.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's obviously not the most, I guess, stable person, let's say. Right? This
Okay.
doesn't shout stability.
I mean,
because
he
even
is-
the Hasidim would not do, meet someone, get married the next day.
Well, listen, he also did say that he'll never kiss the wall.
He did say that.
And there are some Hasidim that say that as well.
Okay.
I'll never kiss the wall.
Yeah, you can always depend on the Torah Karta.
Yeah.
They're always...
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm talking about.
Obviously, yeah. Also, so there is a woman running for Congress. Her name is Maureen Galindo. So Maureen, she says that if she's elected, she's going to round up all the Zionists and put them into internment
I
camps.
heard this.
Isn't that nice?
This is how do you get away with such speech?
How can there be a person running for Congress in America right now who says this and she's still running? Like she has a campaign.
There's no way she wins. There's no way she wins.
We hope not, but with the way things are going, I mean, I have two words for you: Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, but he never said anything like that.
No, he just posted a clip of a Nakba clip, right? We spoke about that on the bonus, I think, a little bit. But for those who didn't see, Zoran Mamdani on Nakba Day. So Nakba is what the Muslims call the Israel Independence Day. Nakba means catastrophe. And they say that it was a catastrophe because basically we know that it's called the catastrophe because they lost the war. That's the real reason.
Right.
But they claim, no, it was a catastrophe because we were driven out of our land, even though we know historically that's not what happened at all. Jews bought land. The other Arab invading countries told them, get out because we're going to push the Jews into the sea, et cetera, et cetera. The ironic thing is that Zoran posted on his X account an account from a woman who was affected by the Nakba, her family. And so many people came out against it. Amongst some of them are elected leaders here in New York. Simcha Eichenstein, I saw, posted about it. Senator Sutton posted about it. But the interesting thing is that I think it was either UN Watch or StopAntisemitism.com. One of them found her name, her full name. And it turns out her last name means Bosnian. So she's claiming she's Palestinian, but her last name means Bosnian, which means
That her ancestors are nowhere near Palestine.
Exactly. It's all sheker. It's all lies. But yet, people still get away with it. And here's another clip. This is Brad Lander. So Brad Lander is running for Congress. Here's a video of him, and you'll hear the audio, but it's taking place inside of a mosque. Here's what it sounded like.
I believe, as a proud Jewish New Yorker, that Israel's genocide in Gaza is a desecration, is a violation of the understanding that everyone is created in God's image, every one of those Palestinian kids in Gaza, just as divine as my beloved children. And so, yes, in Congress, I will not vote for any more U.S. military aid to Israel, not the bombs that are destroying the hospitals and schools in Gaza, not the occupation in Lebanon, which is now, I believe, unfortunately, on its way potentially to being a genocide as well. Kind of partnership I developed with Soran, I hope to come to have with Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar and others in Congress to show we can build a city and a country and a world that everyone can afford and where everyone is welcome and where everyone's humanity is respected. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kulhu Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid wa Lam Yulad wa Lam Yakul lahu Kufuwan Ahad. Thank you very much for welcoming me today.
والفرج فيه للمؤمنين على يديك وقتل الكافرين بسيفك.
So that was Brad Lander reciting verses from the Quran, and
look,
ends.
I would do a lot of things for votes, a lot of things, but I don't think you can get me to do that.
At the end of the video is the Imam saying, "And by the hands of Allah comes the death of the infidels by the sword." Brad Lander being one of the infidels.
Clearly,
yeah,
clearly one of the infidels, and it's just, I think, noteworthy that he's from Queens. Doesn't that bother anyone? I don't know. I just hate Queens. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't like.
You just don't like Queens.
I never saw a winner come out of Queens. That's all I can say.
Wow, that's fighting words.
But there are some good Muslim people,
of course. I mean, nobody questions that.
And one of them are the Muslim man that saved the Jewish community by attacking the Bondi Beach attackers.
Yes,
right.
Hero.
He got involved. Absolute hero. Did you see the story? He got some threats, and not just any threat. These are serious threats where somebody wrote to him, "I will put your head under my boot, break your other arm, and smash your face. We will only leave if you give us $100,000 each." And by the way, this is coming from his two brothers.
Brothers like
this
that.
This is his brothers.
His brothers.
I feel like they're just stuck in the past bullying their brother. I wonder if they're older or younger. They have to be older.
Yeah, they're
These
older. These
must be older brothers.
Well, it's worth mentioning that he had a GoFundMe that raised $2.6 million.
And they want a piece.
They want a piece.
And a modest piece.
$100,000 not a lot.
Exactly.
He could afford to give them $100K each.
That's what they're thinking as brothers.
But here's the crazy thing. Culturally, if this is how they treat their brother, imagine how they would treat a Jew.
Right.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, I mean, these threats, I don't know if we should take them serious. You know what I'm saying? Think about the threats that you've made to your brothers in your life. You know what I mean?
But what happened to these guys now?
They're arrested.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Okay, I want to digress for a second. I want to show you. So a lot of people are really upset. Ferrari, you know Ferrari. You guys know Ferrari, right? So Ferrari announced that they are making their first EV, electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're shaking your head no there. Why?
That's terrible. I can't believe they would do something like that.
Why? What's so bad? I see everybody's up in arms. What's so bad about an EV? If Ferrari makes an EV, who cares?
Well, I think all the other companies that have been making like hypercars and sports cars that have been coming out with electric cars, they've just been getting hate. Like no positive feedback on the electric cars.
Yeah, but why?
Listen,
I want to hear my engine.
Yeah, Ferrari is a modern marvel of car making, right? You don't get points if you can go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds in an electric car, because Tesla can do that.
Yeah,
Tesla can do it. So basically,
well, it's not 2 seconds in a Tesla. It's not 2.
They have. I'm sure they have.
The Mad Max mode.
Yeah, Mad Max mode and whatever they have.
1.9. It's
Is
1.9.
it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ferrari, what are you doing?
But I mean, look at it. Look at it. You wouldn't want that car. Look how beautiful that is.
That's not really beautiful to me, to be honest.
That's not beautiful?
No, it looks like a Corvette, maybe.
No, come on. Look at that. That looks nice. No?
It's pretty nice, but you got to take out the electric then.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. That's actually not the Ferrari. That's the BYD supercar.
Oh.
That's the BYD supercar, which costs, the souped up version is $180,000. The Ferrari is going to cost $640,000 for their EV. And that Ferrari looks like this. This is not a joke. This is the Ferrari $640,000.
It looks like the Ioniq 26.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace, right?
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
This is what you're looking at. This is the Ferrari. Look, there's the Ferrari logo. It was done in collaboration with Johnny Ive, the guy who used to be at Apple, who they credit Apple's aesthetics. They credit it to him. This was a collaboration with him, and you guys are looking at the Ferrari. Horrible, no?
Not impressed.
He fell off his game.
Yeah.
You never really focus on the BYD. That's like a massive thing. That it's just like,
You
it's
want
an
me to?
amazing car, and they just don't put it into America because of the whole market.
So we did do some deep diving in the bonus where we mentioned that BYD is actually not a car company. They're a battery company, and they built battery tech. And once they had this amazing battery tech, they were like, hey, what could we use, these amazing batteries for? And they decided to make electric cars because it's relatively easy, right? Because regular cars, as we mentioned, have, hundreds of thousands of moving parts, whereas electric cars just need 2 motors on the wheels and you're good to go. So BYD is making phenomenally amazing cars, and there is talk that they may allow them in the United States now because people are going to Canada and Mexico and driving them back. If you happen to see a car with a drone flying around, that may very well be Mr. Producer in his first BYD.
That is a game changer, though.
I want one badly.
Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, they have in the BYD car, there is a drone that you can release so it can see what the holdup is, what the traffic situation is, which route is better to take.
Yeah. We covered this on the cast.
Yeah.
But it's a game changer. And it actually reminded me, there was a story that came out, and it's not the first time, but it happened this week. A Tesla Cybertruck owner, you remember that Elon Musk, when he was talking about the Cybertruck coming out, he had said that it was going to be airtight and you could even go into waterways with it. You remember that?
There was a lot of claims before the car actually came out that it's bulletproof, that the glass won't shatter. Do you remember when he released the Cybertruck and he tried to shatter the glass and it just went into 1,000,000 pieces?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was pretty embarrassing, but ultimately you see the Cybertruck on the road.
Yeah. But now a Cybertruck driver had to be rescued after he intentionally drove the Cybertruck into a lake to use, quote, wade mode, like wade in the water. Yeah. He said, Elon said it could do it, but it couldn't do it. He drove into the water and he got stuck.
He almost drowned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he had to be saved.
Is there an actual wade mode?
There is. One of the BYD cars, I believe, can do it.
But the question is, can the Tesla, do you shift into wade mode? Is that real?
It's the Yang Wang U8. It's a hybrid. It's a luxury plug-in hybrid SUV by BYD sub-brand, which features an emergency flotation mode. It's designed to float and maneuver in deep water during life-threatening situations like floods, rather than functioning as an everyday recreational boat. But it can do it. I remember seeing the videos of it.
By the way, this is great if you don't trust the infrastructure in your city.
Yeah.
If you think a bridge might collapse, this is the car for you.
Yeah, we had it. Erev Shavuos, we had a crazy rainstorm in Brooklyn, and down
I'm talking
trees.
about a bridge. If you're driving on a bridge
the
and you're
bridge
afraid
collapses?
it might collapse, you just land in the water and you just drive home.
Who thinks that their bridge is going to collapse?
I don't know. There's a
Do
lot
you
of
think
time.
about
I
that?
do think about that sometimes.
Wow, we finally found something that you're worried about. That
It's not. I
that
don't
didn't
worry.
make
I don't actively worry. But
You do,
sometimes
'cause
when
if
I'm
you're saying
on a
it-
bridge and I
yeah.
feel it just, I feel it swaying.
But they're supposed to sway. That's why they don't break. We covered this many, many moons ago on this podcast. That famous bridge that broke because it didn't have sway. It has to have sway. Otherwise, it cannot because of the vibrations.
the sway makes me nervous.
Okay, I'm thrilled that there's something I haven't been worried about that you're worried about. But you did remind me that there was an event that happened at LaGuardia. LaGuardia, a runway had to be closed after a huge sinkhole opened up.
Yeah.
Now that is something to worry about.
Well, what's the worst case scenario? Your plane falls into a sinkhole. You'll be fine. You will be fine.
Will you?
You'll be all right.
I'm not thrilled with that. it's going 200 miles an hour, it crashes into a sinkhole, you're going to crash into the ground.
I think air traffic would see the hole on the runway before you ever get to it.
Depends when the sinkhole happens, right?
When it
We've
opens.
seen cars get swallowed up by sinkholes.
Yeah.
It's not so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be a pretty big hole to swallow a plane. But yeah.
In the last story, this also went crazy viral. I mean, we're going to include this video. Not much to hear. I'm gonna play it for our studio audience here. There was a woman in Australia, and she is paragliding, minding her own business. Beautiful day, beautiful cloudless day. She's paragliding, and a Cessna swipes her parachute and completely obliterates it, where she just starts, falling, descending straight to the ground. Luckily, she had an emergency parachute. To me, it didn't look like the emergency parachute ever opened, but apparently it did. And with the emergency parachute, she was able to successfully land, and she walked away with only some minor cuts and bruises.
And that is a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle that she survived that. I mean, your parachute gets hit by a plane? What are the odds?
It's crazy. The Cessna actually did it on purpose. The Cessna, I think from my understanding, they were sightseeing on the Cessna.
Okay.
So they wanted to pass by this person paragliding, but he miscalculated.
Well, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty big miscalculation.
Well, I mean, this is great to be watching now because I'm planning on going skydiving Friday, so now I'm watching this.
Are you really?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, this is great, actually. So you're in yeshiva, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you ask a shaila if you're allowed to go skydiving?
So, I mean, I didn't, but someone else did.
Okay.
And the Rebbe said, yeah, why not?
Really?
Yeah.
Because I always had this shaila. Because essentially what you're doing, I mean, you're putting your life in danger, right?
I mean, if you look at the I feel like you know statistics.
I do.
It's more, you have more odds of dying driving there than actually from skydiving. So
true, but but driving is something you kind of have to do, and skydiving you really don't have to do it.
Probably one of the safest ways
to travel from the stratosphere,
travel from the sky right to the ground.
I actually asked Reb Arnold Piansky last year.
Wow.
My dad was not into the idea.
Okay.
He shut me down really bad.
Oh, so he did?
He shut me down, yeah.
What did he say?
He said something along the lines of like Jews are meant to go upwards in life, not down.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't love it. It's rough though.
I remember hearing Rabbi, I think it was Rabbi Tatz, who said that Jews don't need to jump off of planes to know that they're alive. Rav Shach never needed to jump out of a plane to know he was alive.
Right.
And that stuck with me. So my wife has actually said that she wants to go skydiving, and I said absolutely not. I mean, not me. She knows I wouldn't do it, obviously. But she's saying she wants to do it. It's on the bucket list. I want to try it. It looks amazingly fun. I mean, I don't know why anyone would do
You're
it.
free falling in the air at thousands of feet above the earth.
No,
I mean, if you just look objectively at it, it is.
Let me tell you something.
That's pretty cool.
You know that clip? You guys know that clip? Let me tell you something. Pull it up.
I guess we'll include this in the WhatsApp. We must have referred to it on this podcast before, no?
It's an Indian man who's about to go bungee jumping. And he's
in
just,
a chair, though. He's in a chair.
Of course.
He's nervous.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly how he feels, because this is, I would be
how
this
you
guy.
would feel.
All right. Let me tell you something. Wait. Hold on. Wait. No. Wait.
Safety first.
Wait. What did you want to tell me? Both of you guys. What did you want to tell me? Double check. Safety.
He just wants to double check.
Double check the safety, and they push him.
Yeah.
Greatest.
That really is great. But this is an iconic clip.
Yeah.
It sounds like my children before they go to bed. You know what I mean? let me tell you something.
Okay, so this was a lot of fun, but for those who don't know, we have our in-studio audience here today, and we will be having more live in-studio appearances from our fans, but the only way you could become eligible is by winning one of the raffles in our bonus. And the only way you could be eligible is if you join and become a subscriber, and you can do that very easily by going to kiddishclubpodcast.com or going to kccast.com and clicking on the link to become a subscriber. We have a brand new website. You could also listen to all of our episodes right there from the website. A lot of big things are coming. More and more things are going to be coming to the website in the near future. In fact, there are some hidden things on the website right now. We encourage anyone to go look for them. There will be more hidden things. But if you want to hear an additional episode every single week, then you will become a subscriber. You'll be eligible for the live events. You'll be eligible for the raffles, and you'll be eligible to join us live and enter the circle of trust as these two gentlemen did. Guys, thank you for coming. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Loved it.
Thank you for having us.
And what do you have to say? Should they join the bonus or what?
100%.
100%.
Okay, great. Great. Just for that, you get merch.
Yes.
And of course, if you're looking to advertise, what better way than to advertise right here with Kiddish Club Podcast? And you can do that also by visiting our website at kccast.com.
And we'll see you guys next time. And we thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to join the WhatsApp group. You can do that either from the show notes or visit us at kiddishclubpodcast.com. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to support the cast by visiting buymeacoffee.com/kiddishclub. Show your support for the cast, and until next time, Kiddish Club out.
And this episode is copyright Kiddish Club Media.